want to know if bundle policies offer you the best savings? Does your family have a teen driver? Want to know some teen auto discounts? Want to know about smart discounts that can save you money on auto and home policies? Stay tuned. Insurance isn't the most exciting bill to pay, but today I'm going to show you how to save money. I'm at Longhorn and Moore Insurance Brokers, a Goosehead Insurance franchise. These guys are locals in the Round Rock area and really know the ins and outs of insurance. Maggie Luce here with Cavalier Real Estate and Eagle Funding Corporation. Welcome to another episode of The Perfect Balance. I'm here with Justin Lawhorn, one of the owners of Lawhorn and Moore Insurance Brokers, a Goosehead Insurance franchise. Hi Justin, thank you so much for having me here.
Yes, thanks for having me.
What types of insurance products do you offer?
So as an agency, we offer home, auto, boat, motorcycle, umbrella, and then we also have somebody that specializes in life and small commercial insurance.
How long have you been in the business?
So this October will be 20 years. So we haven't always been a Goosehead Insurance Agency franchise. Started in the business just doing individual and group health insurance, then was a farmer's agent for about 6.5 years, and then with about the last 5 to 6 years joined forces with a good friend of mine that was a farmer's insurance agent, and we opened up our Goosehead Insurance franchise.
So these guys know their stuff.
Yeah.
How do you personalize your insurance products?
So because we have so many carriers that we access, we can really tailor it to the person's individual needs. If they're a first-time home buyer, if they're somebody that lives in the country and they have livestock, we have access to so many carriers, so it allows us a lot of flexibility with the customer, whatever really fits their needs.
Explain how you contribute to the community.
So I've always been very passionate about giving back to the community. I pretty much grew up in Round Rock. We moved here, my parents moved here when I was in the 3rd grade. So I went to elementary, middle school, and high school here. And then I always tell a story. So I'm in the Round Rock Lions Club. I've also been a part of the Rotary Club and a couple other service clubs. But how I was initially introduced to Lions Club is that my great-grandmother in Temple, Texas used to take me to her Lions Club meetings, and it was a bunch of older ladies, and they would always hug on me, they'd always give me candy, and it made a positive impression. And I can remember when the other Lions Club members had dropped into my office and asked me if I was interested. And typically my answer was no, because I was busy running my business, but I decided to join, and we do tons of things with Lions Club, stuff with vision, stuff with type 1 diabetes. There's a place called Texas Lions Camp in Kerrville, Texas. Lions Club is important to me, and it's how we contribute back in the Round Rock community.
Great, well thank you. Alrighty folks, let's talk about those helpful saving tips with Justin. Okay Justin, are bundle policies the best savings?
So the short answer is no. We've kind of been trained by all the marketing that we see on TV and everything that we hear on the radio that bundle your policies, you can get a lower rate. Sometimes that makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. Our technology with the rater that we use allows us to compare the carriers side by side. Sometimes it's the same carrier, so sometimes you will get a bundled discount, but a lot of the carriers that we work with already give discounts as long as our agency is writing both the home and the auto. So,
good information. What are some auto discounts for families with teen drivers?
So if you've got a teen driver, you know this is a pain point. You're paying a lot in auto insurance premiums. The top saving for teen drivers is going to be good grades. So it'd be average or better. The other thing teen drivers can get is their driver training discount. Most of teen drivers get that when they get their driver's license. If you have teens, if you've got girls, your premiums are going to decrease at 21. If you've got boys, you got a little bit longer, they're going to go down at 25.
Okay, how do you shop for auto premiums for new technology features on new vehicles?
So our rater already looks at the VIN numbers and it tells us most of the technology that is built into vehicles. Through our discovery and talking to customers, we always ask, are there any technologies in the vehicle that maybe not pull in for a VIN number? One thing that came up that I had just thought of is it was a brand new vehicle, and a lot of times those brand new vehicle VIN numbers are not loaded into our carrier systems because it's such a brand new vehicle. So with those scenarios, we always ask the customer, do you have crash aversion? Do you have blind spot warning? So all of those are becoming more prevalent in the newer vehicles. So yeah, just make sure that your agent knows about that technology that exists in your car because it can make a significant difference in your premiums.
Well, those are some helpful tips for auto, folks. So what'd you think? Do you think I provided you with full coverage information? Or do you think I'm a high-risk liability? Longhorn and More Insurance Brokers, a Goosehead Insurance franchise, is located at 1311 Chisholm Trail, Suite 403 in Round Rock. Or visit their website at www.iminsurancebroker's.com. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another episode of The Perfect Balance to see where we go next.